6 o'clock, and you know what that means? It's time for everyone's favorite YouTube channel live. It's Collectors Confession Live. We are going to talk about comic books that we bought for the week. So let's look at what we bought for the week. Each week we go over everything that we purchased for the week. You know what? We see a bunch of different things. Just trying to fix this. I'm hoping that everything that we do is good this time. The last couple of weeks we've had some trouble with the thing being reversed. Let's see if we're reversed. Yeah, we're reversed. So I'm going to spin us around. Here we go. That should be better. We should be good right now. Let's see. Oh, we got to switch. There we go. Here we are. Nope. Technical difficulty again. Yeah, this should work. Here we go. We're good now, right? You can see me? Can hear me? Everybody's good out there? Brian's on here. He's working the live stream conversation. So without any further ado, let's get into everything we bought for the week. This week is our Captain America week because obviously Captain America premieres at the movie theaters tomorrow. Has anyone else seen it yet? We're going probably tomorrow or Saturday. So let's get into the comics we bought. Right out of the gate, here is Feral number 10. This is being produced by Image Comics. It's being written by Tony Fleecs with art by Trish Forstner. Tony has been on the show before. We love Tony. What this is basically this is a story about cats during a zombie apocalypse. So it's been really good. It's an absolutely fantastic story. If you're not reading this, Tony Fleecs is doing a great job with this. This is a great horror mixed with kind of something fun. So we highly recommend that you pick up Tony Fleecs' Feral. That's our only independent this week, unfortunately. Here we go. Here is Batman Dark Patterns, written by Dan Waters. Dan was on our show a while back. He's a great guy. This series has been absolutely fantastic. The villain in this is called Wound Man, and for goodness sakes, the villain is really disturbing. Let me see if I can find a picture of Wound Man here. This is Wound Man. That is absolutely disturbing. Wound Man is disturbing. He's a new villain that Batman's fighting in here. Dan Waters is writing a great thing. You should be picking this. Again, another horror thing. If you like horror, pick it up. One of my favorite titles at DC right now is Batman and Robin. This is Batman and Robin number 18. They are fighting another new villain named Memento. In this one, Memento continues to do terrible copycat crimes in Gotham. He's mirroring some crimes from the past. The fact that Batman and Robin work together is great. I really, really enjoy this series. Another good one. Also, I bought a whole bunch of Absolutes this week. So the Absolute line has come out again with more reprints. This is Absolute Batman number 1. It's the 5th print. Yes, the 5th print already of Absolute Batman. How hard is that to believe that there's 5 prints of Batman? This is the 5th print. This comic was the best-selling comic of 2024, and the series continues to sell like ridiculously well. Ridiculous. What do you guys think about Absolute Batman? Which of the Absolute titles are your favorite? So there's another Absolute Batman this week. Absolute Batman number 5. This one has Batman battling Black Mask. Or is it Absolute Black Mask? I don't know. And we got Ra's al Ghul coming to the Absolute line. Continues the story. It's the 5th issue. What do you think? Is your favorite Absolute Batman? Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, 4th print. Do you like this better? What do you think? Or is it Absolute Superman? This is the 3rd print of number 1. So which of the Absolute titles do you like the best? Comic plug, man. Dark Patterns has been great. I'm looking at some of the comments now. Anton. The best to me, I like Absolute Wonder Woman the best so far. I think this has been a really good series. Really enjoying what they're doing here in Absolute Wonder Woman. So I would highly recommend picking it up. If you're not, go out and get it. Here are some of the other comics we bought. Action Comics number 1083. This continues the story of Major Disaster. Major Disaster was a villain, turned into a hero. Now he's back to being a villain, and Superman is investigating who is turning reformed villains back into villains. What do you mean, comic? Why don't you like the Foundation at the Absolute and New? I'm not sure how long the Absolute line's actually going to last. I would think it's going to last through this year, and then after that, it will just, maybe be something that comes back later on. Like the Ultimate line years ago, it was out there, it was a big thing, and then it went, and, it keeps coming back every once in a while. Here's a good one for this week. Here's my big one for this, the one I can't wait to read. So, basically after the show, I'm going to read this. DC vs. Vampires, Darkness and Light, number 1. We actually had a chance to interview the writer of the DC Vampires. He's written every single issue of DC Vampires so far, Matthew Rosenberg. And we talked a lot about this is one of my favorite things, that they turned Alfred into the Green Lantern. So this Matthew Rosenberg's interview is going to be coming on Tuesday, so make sure you don't miss that. Tuesday's episode is an interview with Matthew Rosenberg, and we talk about not only about DC Vampires, we talk about he worked with Wu-Tang, he's worked with the B-52s, he's worked with the Ramones making comic books, and he was a punk rock band producer, and Matthew Rosenberg's interview is one of my favorite ones so far. It went in so many different directions, and he was a fellow New Yorker, so we really, we embrace the New Yorkers. So check out that interview on Tuesday. This Saturday, our episode, we visited Fat Moose Comics in New Jersey. It's the oldest continuously running comic shop in New Jersey. And we went to see Sean Von Gorman, who writes The Pedestrian. Oh, he's the artist on The Pedestrian. And we met some really interesting people at Great episode. Check that out Saturday. Also picked up Black Lightning number 4. This is another one of the series that's connected to the JLU line. This issue's guest stars the big 3, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. They're trying to contain Black Lightning on the Watchtower. So check it out. Aquaman series continues. Aquaman number 2. Aquaman is actually getting new powers in this. He now can control water. He has some kind of water morphing abilities that he's never had before. So this series has been good too. Another new series this week, Green Lantern Corps number 1. Jeremy Adams, who also is writing this, is writing. They're finally back. I don't know why they haven't been. And all your favorites are in here. All your favorite Green Lanterns have a new title to work with. So should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Two-Face number 3, Mark Waid writing. Mark Waid is one of my favorite writers around. This series is looking at Two-Face in a very different way. You should definitely pick it up. Definitely worth reading. I love when DC takes their villains and puts them in their own comic book series. They did a great job with Joker. They did a great job with the Penguin. Now it's Two-Face's turn. Hopefully the Riddler gets one soon. Shazam number 20. This one guest stars Superman. I'm enjoying Shazam. It's a little bit more for teens, but I'm enjoying the whole storyline of this. Yeah, the Green Lantern Corps, really looking forward to it too, comic book. This one too. I'm enjoying Shazam. My final DC comic this week is DC Power, Rise of Power Company. I'm a big fan of the whole entire... It just stars a whole bunch of different characters. This is for Black History Month. Really looking forward to this. I love some of the characters in here. Jessica Cruz is in... Not Jessica Cruz. The other one, Joe. Batman. Vixen. Pick this up. Go to your comic store today if you didn't buy it. That's my whole DC run. That was my indie run. Now let's look at my very small Marvel. New Champions number 2. This is basically just telling the story of how the New Champions is forming. So they're getting younger heroes to join. This is teen oriented, but I'm a huge fan of the Champions since the original series back in the 70s. So anytime they put the Champions on a comic series, I buy it. Yeah, so I like when he had the water hand too. I picked up Fantastic Four number 2. It's a reprint, but it's Fantastic Four number 2. We often talk on this show about Fantastic Four number 1 and how important it is to us, but we very seldom talk about the importance of Fantastic Four number 2. It's the first appearance of the Skrulls. One day, Fantastic Four number 1 has to happen first, but I always talk about this. These have the actual ads and from the original comic book. This looks like it did back in the 1960s, so it's, a facsimile comic. I think they're fantastic. I really do. I love these. Makes me feel like I'm buying them. All right, we all know Doom is coming. In a week or so, we'll have one of these episodes will be titled Doom. This is One World Under Doom number 1. It begins the story. This is the John Tyler Christopher negative space cover. It's being written by Ryan North. Check out our interview with Ryan North from about a month ago. He talks about this storyline and how Doom is going to play a really important role in the Marvel Universe for the next couple of months. It's going to lead up to the Fantastic Four movie. So pick this up. If you miss this starts the whole thing. So you really should be picking this up. This is the key to the next phase in a crossover in the Marvel Universe. Also picking up Magic. This is Magic number 2. Magic is in Tokyo fighting demons. That's right. She's a demon invasion coming. And Magic is using her fire sword to help fight them. Not a huge Magic fan, but I've been buying the original series. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start buying the new series. Deadpool and Wolverine number 2. They're trying to save the present. See, they're fighting dinosaurs. You put Deadpool and Wolverine in a story. Who doesn't like that? So, if you're not picking this up, are you really a comic book fan? The Amazing Spider-Man, number 67. Every week we pick up another Scotty Young cover. So this is this week's. I love that the recent Spider-Man Scotty Young covers have really put Spider-Man in insect-like positions. So, all right, now I have a treat. So if you stuck around with us till now, I have a treat for you. I picked up some other. Oh wait, no, I can't do that yet. I have a treat for you, so stick around to the end. I got, yeah, Brian, I got one of these exclusives from Top Shelf Comics. I'll explain in a second why I have this. I know some of you saying, "What the hell's wrong with you? You bought a blind bag," but I didn't. So we'll talk about that. So here's our recommendations for next week. We do 1 Marvel, 1 DC, and 3 indies. We love the indies, you know that. Our DC is Challenge of the Unknown number 3. Challenge of the Unknown is really the backbone of the Justice League Unlimited series and universe that they're building with everyone working together. Challenge of the Unknown is a murder mystery. It's a really different story than most comics. They're trying to solve who's been killing people on the Watchtower. I love this story. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for issue number 3 to come out. Doom Academy is our Marvel recommendation. It's Doom Academy number 1. Again, it's leading into the whole Doom fighting the Marvel Universe kind of. He's going to be the big baddie this year, so you can't miss anything with Doom's name on it. Indie titles at Dark Horse. Let This One Be a Devil is written by John Tynan, right? It's a 1900s horror story that involves the Jersey Devil. Sold. I know I'm sold. I know I just sold Brian on it. Our other recommendation for indie, Stranger Things, Dungeons and Dragons, The Rise of the Hellfire. The last season of Stranger Things is coming out soon. So issue number 1 of this is definitely going to tie into that. Our final indie recommendation is Godzilla, 70th anniversary from IDW. Pick it up. It's Godzilla. It's his 70th anniversary. All right, so let's tell a tale of this. We had an interview with the owner of Top Shelf Comics, and we talked about these blind packs, all right? So last week, I ended up on his Facebook auction because I've been meaning to check it out. I never had. Every time I went, he didn't have this. He didn't have it. They've been spotty on their sales. So during this auction, I won a variant cover for Absolute Superman number 1. And I paid $10 for the variant cover. I get this in the mail today, and lo and behold, Ryan, 100% accident because it popped up on my Facebook. I happened to be on Facebook. It popped up that the auction was going on. We've been talking about checking out one. Finally checked it out. So I picked this up. So if you saw our interview, you know that they said these things are worth a lot of money, that these things sell for about $180 or so. There's a lot of comic books in here. I did not get the Absolute Superman #1 that I ordered, but I got this. So I have no clue what's in here, so there could be something in here worth a lot of money. I don't know, so I'm going to open it here live, and you're going to see what is in this blind pack. So yes, I am opening a blind comic book pack for the first time ever. If you guys know anything about the comics in here, put it in the message, please, because I'm not going to have any idea what these are worth unless they're DC or Marvel. I have no idea what variant covers are worth. If you're watching this after the live, please comment and let me know what I pulled in here. If you guys are fans of the top shelf auctions, please let me know. So here we go. We're going to open it. Blind pack, first time ever. Live. I have no idea what is in this blind pack. I did not order this. I only paid $10 for it. Yeah, $10 for it. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I don't understand this. We have the Superman #1 variant cover that I wanted. There it is. That's Superman, Absolute Superman #1 variant cover. I wanted this. This comes in the pack. I paid $10 for it, so I got this, and I got multiple other comics. Let's see what I got. I got Transformers #16, a 1 of 10, right? A 1/10 variant. Have no idea what this is. And I also got a G.I. Joe #1, a 1 in 25 variant. Listen, for $10, I got all 3 comics. I don't know, that's pretty good to me. $10 for these 3? Can't beat that. I'm good with this. I go on another auction again and pick something up for $10 and get a bunch of extra stuff thrown in there. I also bought one other thing. I just want to show you before we run off. I bought another Superpowers thing. Finally came in the mail. Bought it about 2 months ago. This didn't come on accident. There you go. It's the Superpowers. It's basically the JSA. Look at that. Look at how awesome that is. So it's been a good week. This weekend we are going to possibly 2 conventions, me and Cassidy. Cosmic Con on Saturday in Manhattan and Tom's River Comic Convention in Tom's River, New Jersey. So if you're around, come and see us. As always, thank you guys for joining us. If anybody knows what these 2 are worth, drop us a message. Thank you to all of those who join us every week. More and more of you joining us weekly. Anton, Comic Plug, Angel, you guys are here every week. Just, keep joining us. We love you guys being in here. We love the chat. Brian enjoys working on the chat every week when we do this. But seriously, thank you guys for being on here. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. Maybe next week I'll figure out the phone and why I have to reverse it. But here we go. Here's the end. Look, you get to see some of my collection at the end of this. See you next week.